Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily short kiss, keeping it spiritually simple. It's a May bank holiday here in the UK, and I thought I would do a little reading for you using some decks I haven't used in a very long time, the Wild Animal Oracle to get an overriding theme message, and then the Wild Animal Tarot afterwards. Where's my Wild Animal Tarot? Here it is, to just go a little bit deeper. This is the Who Am I Tarot spread I'm going to be doing, and it's for those that most need to hear it. If it resonates with you, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. And if it does resonate, or I resonate as a reader, thank you so, so much as ever for your likes, for your wonderful comments, for your subscribes. If I do resonate as a reader, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get notifications of my future readings. For all of you who have shared and mentioned me, thank you so, so much. And for those of you who have become members of this channel, thank you. My gift back to you, to all of you for your love and support, is the Pay What You Can 30-minute online readings. And the link for booking that is in the description box below. So let's see the overriding message theme from Spirit for this reading for you today. For those that most need to hear it, Spirit, thank you. What is it that wishes to come out? Thank you. What wishes to come out? What have we got? Well, do you know what? We have got the fish has come out. I'm going to do one more with that because there were some other cards, but one more for the fish, please. Thank you. Very simply. Okay. Overriding bottom of the deck, the Phoenix. There is at this time a rising up from something, a rising up and away from something that has gone from your life. Fire rising up, Phoenix rises up from the ashes, ashes come from fire. Something that has burnt out in your life, perhaps something you've been doing with your job, a project, whatever it is, a venture that you've done. Maybe it is a relationship, but it has burnt out in your life. It has disappeared from your life, and it is you are rising up now out of that situation, the Phoenix rising up from the ashes. And there is a new cycle for you here. And you can see here with the new moon and the fish. So the fish talks about abundance. You know, there is plenty of fish in the sea, and the loaves and fishes as well. So there is what you are giving out at this time energetically, you're going to receive back 100-fold. And this is a cycle of which abundance is circling it. Now, fishes also don't have very good memories. And so it is about saying, as you enter into this new cycle, remember who you are. This is the, Who Am I tarot spread, remembering who you are and what it is you want to achieve. Don't forget to keep coming back to that central point of what is your big picture as you enter into this new cycle, because otherwise we can get lost in the detail. And the deer is to say that when something grabs your attention, don't turn away from it. This is the feminine of the deer. So it represents the higher intuitive side of yourself that can almost, with a sort of slightly startled approach, stumble across something that makes a great deal of sense to you. So don't ignore that. You're on high alert at this time. And so there is a lot of, as I call it, wisdom, wise, intellectual, spiritual downloads of matter that are coming through to you at this time. So it's about listening and observing, and every single little noise, it's almost like the deer will be startled if it hears the leaves crackling. But there is something that is through spirit, through guides, through experiences that you're having is asking you to pay attention at this time and to remember what's most important to you as you enter into this new cycle. So there we are, fish, phoenix, and deer. I'm going to put those to one side, and let's have a look now with the tarot. And the card for those that are listening, Spirit, is Who Am I? Who I am for my listeners. Thank you. Who I am. So we have got the Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, and we have got the Judgment card as well. So that's really interesting. Remember, we had the Deer here, and now we have the Father of Pentacles here as well. And so, sweetheart, this is to say that where you are right now, there is a feeling of stability for where you are right now. There is a feeling of generosity. I'm just looking at my little birds going past my window there. There's a feeling of contentedness in certain success. There is a feeling of being ready to call in the new cycle, because the stag is always representational of the soul calling in the new chapter. So this is a moment for you with the Judgment card here. It really is a powerful who am I moment. Spirit wants you to consider with a generosity of heart to yourself as well, what you have achieved in your life. This is also here with the Judgment card, what you've been successful in your life, what you understand about who you are, and to look at within the Judgment, to not look at it in a judgmental way about yourself or perhaps others, but to take that beautiful, graceful, noble approach, which I feel very much that you're doing because of the feminine Deer there as well, of saying, do you know what, this is who I am. And I'm so grateful for all of these experiences for bringing me to this place of having more and more understanding of myself, and the success with which I have both not survived but thrived through challenges, and how I have grown through challenges, and how I feel I'm ready now to embrace this new chapter. And I love to see the color in the antlers here, because it talks about and I had a conversation with somebody today, which was lovely. It talks about the sort of palette here of opportunities for you, the palette of potential, the color palette, the palette of potential that is ready for you as you're calling in, the palette of potential that's there for you as you are calling in this new cycle. So actually that conversation was with lovely Tom of the Astro Flower, who I'm going to be doing a collaboration with. And when he said the palette of potential, I said, oh my goodness, that's such a lovely higher self. Do check out Tom at the Astro Flower. He is another Brit like me, and you'll really like, if you love my readings, you'll love his readings too. So so this is a wonderful point of time where you have experienced perhaps the loss of something, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a job, the loss of something in your life that's been important. But it is that point of time of you now deciding what it is that is important for you. Who are you? What is it you're achieving? What is, because, you know, when we do business plans, and when we do things that are not so much, we don't consider them to be so personal to us, we can very clearly lay out, you know, a business plan, a point plan, a roadmap for that all. The Spirit's just simply asking you to do that roadmap for yourself, because confusion can arise when we don't really truly understand our deepest motivations and what's either pulling us along or holding us back. But you're definitely ready. Sorry, bear with me. You're definitely ready now for this wonderful new cycle. And I feel so much in balance with both the male and the female stag here as well. So whatever moment you're having, whatever new awareness you're having, this is a really beautiful time. I think there's been a sort of mini death and rebirth for you in terms of what you've been releasing and letting go. So that's where you are right now. Let's have a look to see where you were. Thank you, Spirit. So 2 cards again want to come out. So you had got the 3 of Pentacles, and you've also got the 6 of Wands, and these, but this card has come out upside down. So the first card I saw was the 3 of Pentacles. Where you were, this is really interesting. Where you were, you felt was at a starting point again. And it's almost like these three pentacles here at the bottom of this very, very tough mountain, because you have got the Six of Wands, which is the success card, but it was upside down. So I feel where you were, it was in a different mindset, a different frame of mind, where you were viewing not that you were at a point to spring forward from, but that you were at a point where you were starting again, but it felt like it was such an uphill struggle. And how could you possibly achieve where you are now? So that's where you were. It's very different to where you are now. So I'm not surprised to see that Judgment card there, because a new awareness has come in for you. And in fact, this is a very strong Three of Pentacles, and we are constantly going up and down mountains our entire life. And when we reach the pinnacle of something, the point of something, literally the point of something, the spiritual point of it, the lesson there that lies within, then we've summited one mountain, and then we start the journey again. So your perception is different now to how it has been. Actually, though, the flame, even if it is upside down, will not go out. It is still burning. So it is to say, even though from your mindset, you have not been successful, actually, it was very successful where you have been in the past, from a spiritual, from a higher self aspect, from a higher self point of view. The lessons have been learned. The reason for whatever changed in your life, or when you're starting again, and a new venture, a new concept, a new challenge, whatever that is, a new cycle for you, darling. The old cycle was very, very successful, and it has created a new foundation for the new springboard that you're about to take within this new cycle. So let's have a look to see, where do you want to be? Thank you, Spirit. Where do you want to be? Love it. You've got the High Priestess and the Strength card. And interesting enough, the Five of Wands came out, but it was sort of upside down. So I'm going to read it as such. You don't want to be in this Five of Wands space anymore. I mean, look, five is change. And change is the universe's response to your message. You made a telephone call to the universe, and subconsciously or consciously, and said, this is what I desire. And the universe said, okay. So the change, but I feel that conflict within you, you do not want any conflicts of desires. You want to be true to yourself. You want to be true. You want to understand yourself in such a way that you're not misleading yourself. You're not misjudging yourself anymore. You want to have that absolute clear focus and passion and commitment. Well, I tell you, darling, you already have it, even though you don't think you do, because you wouldn't be where you are today as this King of Pentacles energy. Any king is about knowledge. So, and a king that is a king because of knowledge is a very powerful king. So your energetic realm at the moment is very powerful. And a king also listens, has wise counsel, listens, is aware, is not superior, is not afraid of the unknown, quite likes the unknown actually, because it's full of all sorts of wonderful opportunities, and also has a very laissez-faire approach that, you know what, it may work out, it may not, but it's all intended to be so. So in fact, you're far much more than you believe yourself to be. And this is why it is asking for your judgment of the situation from a very fair place at this time, to rise up, because you see, this is the rising up. And in fact, everything that has happened in your life that you might have considered perhaps not so good or harder or darker, actually all of it has risen up. These are all actually doves, and they're all rising up here, but it is only the perception of how we color life, how we see life, that they look black. but actually they're all transforming into, if you looked at it from the higher self, they're the white piece of dove. So it is about looking on the situation to say, what has everything taught me about myself, and coming into that sense of peace and understanding. And actually we have to have the duality in everything within our lives in order for things to be, in order for us to be, in order for us to evolve. Everything is necessary. Everything is important as such. Nothing is without reason, but everything now is coming into the light, is coming into that peaceful light. So who you want to be is who you already are, which is the High Priestess and the Strength card here. So it takes an extraordinary amount of will that is not so much my will, but thy will, of the will to surrender, the will to accept, the will to release, the will to let go, the will to be at peace. I mean, to surrender is such a beautiful word, is it not? To surrender, to just kind of almost bow down. It's about accepting. It's about accepting that there is a force greater than us that we see everywhere within nature. It's about acceptance of a situation that, and who we are and why we are here and what has happened. It's about radical acceptance. It's about non-interference in so much that we would otherwise love to get interfere in. You know, I really want to make sure that happens, and I want to make sure that happens. No, this is the Strength card. It takes great courage to sometimes know so much and do so little. Look at this beautiful white rose of peace here. 8, this is this sort of symbolism, the infinite symbolism here, but it's also about the action that you're taking, which is showing at this time great inner strength. The male lion doesn't get involved in a lot of family little niggles and disputes, keeps his distance, observes, will give a roar when he needs to, or a little pat with the paw. But it is to say that who you are, who you're looking to be, you are already that, because you're showing that in your intention to be so. And the universe is responding to who you are, not what you wish to be. Remember that. So this is to show you that you are already this energy, but it's just going to be more and more apparent in the future. And you are choosing peace in your life. Beautiful. The same with the High Priestess, my darling. Oh, and just to say, when I talk about will, I talk about resolution. You are resolute in your desire to be this courageous aura energy. Okay, so that's very powerful. And the same with the High Priestess card here as well. Let me just put that a little bit closer so you can see, my darling. I feel that as you are stepping into this balanced perspective, the Deer, the Father of Pentacles, the Judgment, I feel that your intuition is it's coming through you, because you see this the ball here, the sort of would you call it, I can't think of it, but anyway, this is to represent your higher self, your intuition coming through, and it is close to this tiger's heart here. So this is about what Spirit is asking you to trust your intuition. Really important, my darling, that there are still things that you may not know. And it's okay not to know them at this time. The High Priestess is to say, trust what comes through when it comes through. Trust it comes through for you within divine timing. Trust that it is important, it matters. It is those wise, intellectual, spiritual downloads of matter. It's wisdom. It's coming from infinite intelligence. It's coming from divine source energy. It's coming for a reason. It matters. It is for nurturing. It is for growth. I know that you wish to understand now what is coming forward for you in your energy. And Spirit is saying, be relaxed about it. This beautiful look how content and peaceful and still and almost just in a slumbering sleep this tiger is. So this tiger is not concerned about the future, knowing that the future will be revealed to it when it is time. So in the meantime, it is content to sit and relax in the present moment. So, and this tiger is also looking at the King of Pentacles here. So your higher self is very content with who you are in the present as well. But the courage and the commitment and the determination and the opportunism in terms of being on radar alert, because this tiger could move in a moment if something came across its path that he thought, oh, that's nice to eat. So although you may be, and this is about you wanting to be in that state of being, you are already it now. If you, because this tiger is looking at this alert stag, you are already calling that energy in. So be it now already. You are it already now. I know that may not make sense, but what you are looking to do, you already are. It's already inherent within you. You are acting it now. And your higher self is very, very content with who you are right now. So, and I know you wish and want to understand more of a situation and to perhaps continue to walk away from something. All will be revealed. All will be revealed in the right time for you in the future. And then whatever this conflict is, emotional conflict that is going on, it will be finished. It will be finished. The card is turned over. So let's have a look at how to get there. Thank you, Spirit. How to get there for this reading. Oh, that flipped and flipped back again. Spirit changed their mind. How to get there. Sorry, too many cards. How to get there. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh, what have we got? Do you know what? How amazing. How amazing. You have, now these all came out. So you've got the Devil, the Star, and the Death card. The Devil, the Star, and the Death card. How to get there. The Devil, my darling, is that card of perhaps procrastination or self-doubt, or perhaps feeling that literally with the goat here, the grass is greener on the other side. So the Devil card is that card of deciding that you're going to take action now, because you have got both the Star card and the Death card. And this goat, you know, these goats, these sort of mountain goats, these alpine goats, they're pretty nimble in their approach. And this is a nod of recognition that you should give yourself as well. And they always seek to move up the mountain. So how to get there? No more procrastination about, number one, where you are, no more distraction. Try not to get pulled off that path. Keep on that path. You see these little hooves on fire here. And don't be fearful about taking the next step, because your movements are on fire, okay? There is, and as you move, this is what's so amazing, as you move, it's almost like you're going to set fire to the ground beneath you. Now, either that is to for the momentum of energetic desire that's creating a beautiful energetic movement for you, or it is to burn out, to get rid of what is not needed in your life anymore. But whatever's happening is, once you start moving, then everything will sort of fall into place. Everything will fall away or come behind you and support you. So, and there is this movement up, followed by the Star. The Star is the focus, as you know, about your long-term goals and the direction that you are going. It is about looking at everything long term. It is about looking at everything in a way that is happening for you for a reason. It is about the focus on releasing, surrendering, healing, and moving through this. This too shall pass, and I am being guided. And it is a sign of hopes and blessings to come. So this is how. And the death card, the extraordinary death card here, is to say that change your thinking now, darling. You have started this process. Now continue to change your thinking from that old conditioned way to the new way. There is something, as I said, with this new chapter that is happening for you. There is something that is being released. And the judgment card is a representational of that, to allow something new to come in. When we accept a situation, when we accept who we are surrendering, we are releasing not resistant energy from within us. So with the death card, it is a reminder that to do things the natural way, everything within us naturally returns to the earth. The body is just what we are given as a tool to experience life on earth. And so there is always a natural death and rebirth happening within our lives. And this is about deciding what from the past you are going to take with you in that non-judgment space as the King of Pentacles. What approach you're going to take into the future, how you're going to do it, what you're going to leave behind. Embrace the new chapter, because my goodness, my darling, this is a powerful new chapter with all of these major arcanas. These are all big life-changing soul cards for you. And the star, and I love the little colors here, how you're going to do it is keep seeking, keep following. I'm going to say it again, that palette of possibilities, but keep following the desire, but in a way that you know is natural, is in season for you. The stag doesn't call the female unless it's in season. There is a natural cycle to all of this. So when you're following what is automatically presenting itself to you, when you're following the flow of what is happening, even if it is something that represents change to you, and change can be quite scary, follow the flow, follow the flow. Don't resist the flow of what is happening. This is life carrying you forward through a path of least resistance. You know, if you were swept up, and maybe there is a torrent of change happening for you at the moment, but if you were swept up and being shown that torrent, you would follow it, you would go with it, you wouldn't try and go against it. So follow the torrent of everything that's happening at this time. And as you're in that heightened state of awareness, look to see what is happening, what is around you at this time. So there we go, angels. And look, as I said, the torrent, and that, look, now you've got the Father of Cups. So there is great knowledge. This is the King of Cups. There is great knowledge to be found in your feelings and your emotions at this time. You are hugely sensitive. You are hugely loyal. And I feel that you're very different. This is the sort of the black swan here, again here. But you are this way for a reason. And there is the right mate, the right approach, the right partnership, the right event, the right experience there for you if you follow the flow of emotions, like the black swan or any swan would follow that water down. And trust that intuitively, if you follow, you are with your little legs under the water doing all of the necessary work. If you're not going against, you're not going to, it's all going to present itself to you, perhaps around the next bend or the bend after that, but just keep following at this time. I'm going to pull one more card for you. Thank you, Spirit. In fact, that's interesting. One more card, please, to round up, Spirit. Thank you. Be patient. 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Do you know, it's quite sweet. It almost reminds me of a bend here. Do you see? It's sort of going that way and then that way. So you're as above, down below. There is this point here, this join here where you are at. And this is almost like wood being joined seamlessly together. And almost like you can imagine you're sort of going around this bend here. There is right now in front of you signs of what you are hoping, expecting, wishing to see. There are early signs of it. What is there right in front of you, Spirit is saying? And as the, she's rather lovely, isn't she? The Queen of Swords here. It's almost looking rather bored as she's sitting there. But it's not. It's that intense gaze, isn't it, that owls give us, that looks almost rather sleepy in its approach. But my goodness, that it's astute. You can see, you have the foresight, you have the vision to see, my darling. When you are in that clear space, when you are in that space of clarity, listen to it. Always listen to it. And, you know, the more you listen, the more you trust. When I first started doing cards, for example, these wonderful, wonderful cards, I didn't trust initially what I was receiving, but Spirit was really kind and showed me over and over and over and again to trust. And now I have wholehearted trust in my cards. But that comes through the trust in myself and what I am hearing, saying, and speaking. And this is what Spirit is asking you to do now. It's to be more aware of the all-purposeful, all-purposeful, all-centered, all-focused, both vision, foresight, and knowledge that you have at this time, and she's using this sword as something to stand on. So use your clarity, your knowledge, use it all as a foundation for your understanding, okay? Because this is all, the Queen of Swords, the sword is down. So this is all for your peaceful resolution. This is all for your peaceful comprehension. This is all for your peaceful surrender. This is all for you to feel that you can venture forth, keeping going forth, not knowing what is around the corner. But also, it's the Queen of Swords, to learn to respect the power of your words, the power of your spirit coming through your words. Learning to use your words, learning to listen, learning to understand when thoughts are disruptive, learning to understand when thoughts are constructive. But as a Queen of Swords, this is a magical time for you. You're very astute. So Spirit has it's almost like you know when you know that you know, but you don't know how you know that you know. It's that sort of thing. And that's what I'm going to leave it with. And you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying with that. So trust in it. Just trust in it. So much love to you all. Have a wonderful May wherever you are. I am going to be doing a couple more of the May readings today and some more tomorrow. And I think I'll finish on Wednesday. But in the meantime, have the rest of a beautiful day and so much love to you all. I will be replying to those I haven't replied to, and bear with me on that. But so much love to you all and take care. Bye-bye.